Hey guys, welcome back, sweetheart. Thank you for making it to another episode of Hi Ho Live. We're really excited to have you, and we've got a great show lined up for tonight. We have three different giveaways. We have I'd say a very special guest, but it's actually three very special guests. So I'm really looking forward to that. We've got our whole Monday Digs lineup to go over, and of course, we're going to give away a bunch of silver, which is our normal effort on Monday nights. But so glad you're here, and man, oh man, this is actually a special occasion, not because we have such a cool group of guests, but this is literally today marks the 1 year anniversary from the very first time I posted a video on Monday Digs. So you guys have been sitting with me 52 weeks in a row. Now I haven't been doing lives all that time, but I have had a Monday Digs video every single time. So it's been a blast. It's been an amazing year. It just feels like it's flown by, and the content creation and filming the stuff that I love to do has been quite a learning experience. But it's been a fun exercise. Been fun the whole way, and really getting to know you guys has just been what a blast. It's a really has just been amazing. So thank you very much. Don't forget, I love pictures, love goofy pictures. As a matter of fact, at the end of my video tonight, I have a fish kissing picture. I don't think you guys have ever seen Hi Ho Silver kiss a fish, so that's at the end of tonight's video. We've got a fantastic lineup. So don't forget to send your pictures, funny pictures, goofy pictures, finds pictures, anything that's important to you. Man, is fun for me to put out there for everybody. So do that. The other thing, just for today, is really it's just freaking cold, man. We've had chances for to get out a few times, and the ground's not frozen, but man, it got cold yesterday. Snowed. Sun's shining bright right now, but it's still in the low 20s, and so doggone it. Winter's just trying to hold on a little bit, but it'll be we'll be headed for digging every day practically pretty soon. So with that, let me get caught up on saying hi to everyone in the chat, and then we'll bring on our special guests. So let's do it this way. Let me get the banner off of there. That's it. So yep. Brian Ollier, thank you for being here. Steady Eddie won a gift certificate last week, so way to go. And Mr. Bucket Lister, wow, first time on first time on Monday Digs, right? What a coincidence! Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you for being here. And we have Papa Roos in the house. Papa Roos, thank you. Steady Eddie, very first person on open mic, so thank you. We have Dan Dannon from 3D Outdoors. Thank you for being here, Dan. Really appreciate you. And thank you. By the way, Dan is the latest Hi Ho hero. Hi Ho members are Hi Ho heroes. And thank you, Dan. Thank you for signing up last week. That was really awesome. Appreciate that. And we have someone else in the house that I think I'm not sure if that's a guest or that you guys brought, but thank you very much, Adirondack Digging, and so glad to have you here. Ah, here's the gal. I want to get to know this gal, Lexidon, because I am just such a neophyte when it comes to computer stuff and video and all that. So I hope we can be fast friends, Lex. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you so much. And we have Riddles to Relics in the house. Randy, thank you so much. Number one in our hearts, for sure. For sure. We've got, who else have we've got here? We've got 5 Mile. Thank you for being here, 5 Mile. Appreciate that. I'm going to see 5 Mile here a week from Friday at the Show Me Hunt. Never met 5 Mile or really practically anybody on this live. So I'm really looking forward to that. Look here, we've got Randy Riddles. I know I've said hi to him, but 3 months of membership. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. We have Detecting Saga from Georgia. Sarah, thank you very much for being here. Always love to have you. We have Bart Cubbins in the house, if I can get the right one up there. We've got Bart Cubbins in the house. Steady Eddie, appreciate you as always. Thank you for being here. And we got Relic Rat in the house. Relic Rat, Cliff, thank you. And I hope you enjoyed Dig Stock. And I do actually have one of your pictures queued up for tonight if we get to it. So thank you. Um, we have N.A. Digger in the house. I'm saying this to our guests, even though they're not on up. N.A. Digger is so cool. He was a guest maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and he just put out his very first video. So that's really cool. Thank you for being here, Jesse. Appreciate that. We've got Treasure Hunter Neil in the house. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate you as always. You and Beth are just such steady supporters. Oh, there's a big one. Thank you, Randy. Love the super chats. Love the memberships. I'm not asking for money, but believe me, all this stuff comes right out of our pocket. So thank you, thank you, thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that so much. Jim Steele in the house. Thank you for being here, Jim. Appreciate you. Talk about steady eddies. Hey, we have OC Omega in the house. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate you being back in. Oh, look here, Christina Horgan, another Hi Ho hero. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. And thank you for saying a happy anniversary. Coin Sniper. I don't think we've met before or talked or did any of that. So, wow, our guests are really bringing them out of the woodwork. So, thank you guys. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Boy, I feel like I'm not catching up much. CDG Hunting in the house. Thank you for being here. Definitely appreciate that. And always good to see you. Now I'm beginning to fly through a few of these here. And here we go. Crazy Digging. Here's another one where we've got some of his pictures queued up for tonight. Again, don't know if we'll get to them, but we've got some of them queued up. Very much looking forward to that. And I'm just about caught up here on the chat. So at this point, I've got Kansas Thug, man. I don't know if we've. I love your picture, Kansas Thug. I'm not sure if we've met, but that's cool. Appreciate that. And these tube, excuse me, these tube 27, Uncle Dave. Thank you for being here. Hey, look here, we've got uh, the Metal Detectorist. Thank you for being here, Bree. I don't know if you've been on our live before. So thank you very much. That is really awesome. Appreciate that so much, so much. Okay. I don't want to get too far behind here, and our guests are so kind to be here. So, this is Kansas Thug is Ace, my grandson's friend. I wondered about that. Thank you for being here, Ace. Appreciate that. Hey, well, I want you to know, Ace, you pop up on our videos once in a while at the end there, kissing fish and doing other stuff. So thank you. Beth, thank you for being here, and you're awesome. Appreciate you and Neil so much. Okay, guys, it's going to take me just a second. I got to get my camera set up the correct way, or my scene set up the correct way. But we're going to bring on our guests, and just so glad to have them. I'm going to transition over now, and hopefully that's all going to come up. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Can everybody hear all right? Are we good there? Okay, fantastic. So I didn't have a way of putting it on the screen. The way my software works is if I get all four of us on here like that, I couldn't really put the logo up there. But these folks are here from Behind the Finds podcast. So man, thank you so much for being here. I remember I asked John maybe 2 months ago or something like that if he would mind coming on, and I had no idea about Beyond the Finds podcast at all. And then a few weeks ago, I was either talking to or listening to Ohio River History, and he mentioned you guys, and I went and checked it out, and I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. And John wanted to bring everybody on, so here we are, and thank you very much for being here.
This is our team right here, so we're excited to be on.
Super. Okay, now I'm going to ask Beth a question first because I want the truth, and then after that, you guys can chime in. Okay, Beth, how did the three of you guys get together and form your team or do your podcast? Tell us this story.
This was all Mr. Andrew. Exactly.
He's
His idea.
huh?
He
Okay.
he asked me. He texted me and said that he has this idea for a show and wanted to know if I was on board to help out with it, and I said yes, and it's been history ever since.
Awesome, awesome. And you know him through metal detecting or
Yes.
friendship or yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I've detected with both these guys.
Okay,
They're
gotcha. All right. So now that we have the truth, Andrew, what's your version of things?
Well, so here in upstate New York during the wintertime, it gets lousy for trying to metal detect, right? All the snow and stuff like that. We're frozen out. Um, so it was about October ish, so like September, October. And I messaged Bree and John and or not Bree, sorry, Beth. And I was like, hey, I got this idea with the wintertime blues coming up. How about we do a show during the
Right.
winter months and just kind of something to break up the monotony of
Uh-huh.
not being able to dig. Let's bring people from around the world and we'll interview him. First, it was just going to be, showing some finds and just, uh, little tidbits. And it took off. It's nothing
Really?
I ever thought was going to happen.
Right.
And I owe everything to these two and the team that we have behind us to keep expanding the show. We just surpassed our 1 year, and we're booked out now until June. So
Oh, awesome. Yeah, congratulations. That's pretty cool. And I love how in so many aspects of life, but in this one particular corner of what we're doing, kind of through the internet, through YouTube, and that kind of thing, we've got a blank easel in front of us, and we can paint it in however we want to, whatever our talent or desire or is. I love that aspect of things. So congratulations. I'm
thank
just so
you.
glad that you spoke it into existence or willed it into existence and now have kind of shaped things and now it's got a momentum that was really cool. I mean, really cool.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome. So, John, where do you fit into all this?
So Andrew and I are like 15 minutes from each other. We're in the Finger Lakes of New York.
Mm-hmm.
So Andrew and I have been detecting together for was it a couple years ago or a couple
Yeah.
years now?
Yeah.
Andrew, yeah. So yeah, he mentioned this idea, and I was reluctant at first, but then when I heard like Beth was joining, I was like, yeah, I can't pass that up. So um, so
Right.
it's been great. Like we've had some crazy guests on for our first year. Jason Quarter Hoarder, Green Mountain, Gypsy, and I've made contact with like just last weekend with KG and Rain. We're probably going to have them on in the summer at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Steph Diggs, I talked to her. So,
Right.
but we don't just focus on the big YouTubers or TikTokers. We have people that maybe have what a couple hundred followers.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not just detectors. We're doing bottle diggers. We're going to have magnet fishers on. We're going to do like everything, like arrowhead hunters we've had on. So we're like really just, we want to just like feature all the treasure hunters across the world. So.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm going to put a different banner up because Randy was asking this. What is your podcast called? And I have a banner set up for that. I just didn't even put it up
It's
there yet.
okay.
I got the wrong one. Sorry about that. I'm trying to
So we
drive
started
through
out.
technology here.
Yeah, we started out while you're working on that. I'll say what we did. We started out as called Talkcast, and then I looked it up one day a few months ago. I think it was. I was like, man, anybody could say they're Talkcast. It's not owned by anything, whatever. So we had a branding, a name competition. We had two different winners. So we're behind the finds, or three different winners, right? Behind the Finds, and then Relic and Rambles Roundtable. So that's part of our branding.
I like that.
Yeah. So was it three winners? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we combined like different ideas, just like we do with our show. We combine different ideas. We talk to each other almost every day. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you. That really is so cool. there's a couple questions in there about how you can find your podcast and that kind of thing. Now, on the banner going by is where you can find them on YouTube. All right, but tell us about your other socials and what's the appropriate way there. And I don't have anything queued up for it, so we're just gonna have to
Okay.
talk it out. All right.
So typically we're on TikTok. That's where we're normally streaming. So it's Behind the Fines on TikTok. We do our show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It generally goes until about 9 p.m. And then we also have a feature too that if say you miss the show or it's your bedtime, you can join in the next day on Wednesday.
Cool.
We have one of our folks on our team. She uploads the video from TikTok onto YouTube, so that way, no matter what, you'll always be able to enjoy the show whenever you want.
Man, that is a smart idea. Yeah, that's great. That's good thinking for sure. For sure. Okay,
We also have a Facebook page as well that we interact with our viewers too.
Mm-hmm. And
That's also Behind the Fines.
Right. And so now I want to ask all these content creation questions, right? But I should stick with the what the audience is asking for. But would you say that TikTok is easily the most traction you have, or what of the socials is the most interactive and the most traction?
I would
Yeah,
say
definitely TikTok.
is probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's our roots, basically.
It's just it's so foreign to me. I feel in many ways I feel like an old fuddy duddy, I'm just but that's very, very cool. Okay. Now, if you remember when we first hooked up here and we were talking about the behind the scenes a little bit, part of your job was to make sure I wasn't missing any questions. Can you guys see the chat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
good,
can't.
good. So just make sure you chime in if I'm missing anybody there. Chris, thanks for being here. Appreciate that very much. I'll be looking forward to meeting you here in about 10 days too, for sure. Okay, here we go. Thank you for throwing that up. I got to figure out a different way for saying it, but throwing that up, right? So I'm gonna try hard to do that.
So you're going to the show me. You're going to the show me hunt, Ed?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And,
Teresa the Treasure Hunter will be there. I think Hot Mess
Cool.
Fishing's going to be there. They're really good friends of ours. They've been on our show as well. Both those
fantastic.
those women.
I'll very much look forward to meeting them. It's going to be my first ever event. I've never done it before. I got interested in the metal detecting. My wife put a bounty hunter under the Christmas tree from Santa, right? And the first thing I thought was, well, I'm officially an old man now, but I took it out in the yard and I just fell in love with it, and so got a nicer machine going forward and that kind of stuff. But as I began to watch more and more of the YouTube videos, I watched a lot of actually the guys that really influenced me a lot early on. So I'm going to talk about 7 years ago. The ones that really helped me learn different things in different ways were, one of them is called Paystreak, and he's out on the West Coast, out in Oregon. He's just a real fast hunter. It's all live digs. There's no video production behind it to speak of. But he taught me a lot about detecting itself. The other one was a guy up near where you are, and he really helped me with the idea of making it fun and frolicky and that kind of stuff. And that's the amphibious detector. He's up there in New York, and he did both water, and he hasn't posted in a long time, and I don't think he's going to. But it was influential. And then the last guy was the history digger, and he really helped me a lot with just even getting on social media or figuring out how to get permissions or other kinds of things like that. So, and then I figured, well, hey, I might as well go ahead and try to see if I could actually film myself, or even try it, right? And it was just a lot of fun. And I didn't take it real seriously, but I just had a blast, just an absolute blast doing it. So, do you guys do any of the videos themselves, or are you staying in your podcast lane?
We all create videos. We're all
Okay.
video creators.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm also on YouTube as well. I'm approaching 1,000 subs, so I'm pretty
man,
excited.
that is fantastic.
So
I'm glad you
just
said that. And I should, if you'll put that, if each one of you will put that in the chat, what your channel name is there. And, we've got 40, 50 people watching right now. So
oh, great.
each of you should have a sub count that goes north from tonight's. So I'm going to encourage everybody in the chat, please just check out the different channels. Not only the Beyond the Fines podcast, but each one of the channels as they put them in the chat there, and just click on them, sub on them, and then go back after we're done with Monday Digs tonight and check out the content. That's fantastic.
Can somebody do that for me, Andrew? Maybe.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I'll just boot myself off here if I try to
Yeah.
touch this phone. So
I'm
Yeah.
with you, John. I am very
Where
challenged
do I
there.
access chat at to type it in?
All right. Thanks. We're just at about 20 past the hour, and we do actually have three different giveaways, and we're doing this particular thing because of Monday Digs. So I want to take just a moment here. I'm going to set the scene up. Hopefully, I will. I'm going to set the scene up to show what our Monday Digs lineup is tonight. And I don't know if you guys are even really familiar with that or not, but let me get rid of this one, and I'll bring in.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. They won't all be lined up exactly right, but that's okay. So this is our Monday Digs lineup for tonight, guys. We have 7 different content creators following Hi Ho Live, which is what we're on right now. And so that's at 7:29, and I have the auto redirect set up. So if you're watching this live, then at 7:29 or 6:29 Central Time, it will automatically redirect and go over to the first of these videos. So Hi Ho Silver tonight, and tonight's video is Quarter Life Crisis. So that's tonight's video starting at 7:29. And then B. Higgles follows that at 7:45. His video is Touchdown. He's got a time capsule that just keeps giving up fantastic finds. So that's B. Higgles, and he always does a great job. Following that at 8 o'clock, we have We Dig It, and We Dig It comes from St. Croix. Always just a neat place to be treasure hunting down there. And he actually hits a home that was from the 1700s. So there's none of it left, but it's he's very likely to find old stuff tonight for sure. Excuse me. Following that, we have Metal Detecting Mermaid, and she has her normal slot at 8:15. Following that, we have Florida Thunder Digging with Rob at 8:30, and he's finally out, recovered enough to be out swinging again. Dropped and Forgotten, who I'll also meet for the first time at the Show Me Hunt. And his video is the premiere for the Legend 2. This will be his first hunt with the Legend 2. And that's a neat machine. I'm a big Legend guy. I'm a big Nocta guy. And so I'm very much looking forward to that video. And then we round out the night with Ohio River History, and he stumbles on a crime scene. So we're going to look forward to all of those, and that comes up literally right after the live tonight. One of the things that we do on Hi Ho Live is we give away a lot of silver, a lot, and I'm proud to say that it's all silver that's been dug out of the ground by yours truly with my legend right here in Kansas City. And the way this contest works for our guests, it goes like this. In the video itself that's going to play tonight, there'll be a clue or a question that you have to answer or something like that, and to put the answer in the comments. And everyone that puts their right answer in the comments is eligible for next week's giveaway. So tonight, last week, the answer to the question was toy car. That's what we were short of on the hi-ho cycle. And these 26 folks all answered that question correctly and put toy car in the comments. So then we're going to spin for that. And I want to bring you guys in here. I usually only have to bring one in, and now I'm trying to bring four in, so it might take a half a second here. I'm not sure if we lost Beth or not, but anyway, so these 26 folks all answered that correctly, and I'm going to need to clear that wheel because that was last week's winner. So let me clear the winner there, and we will now go ahead and spin. This is a have to be here. You got to be present to win. So one of those 26 folks will need to chime in here, and the first entry will be DNF Odyssey. I saw her in here earlier, so I'm going to put the timer on. But Beth, chime in and let me get to the comments section here, and I'll just go. I'm going to skip down all of these. And Beth, go ahead and leave a comment there to let us know you're here, and we'll know not to.
There she is
again. All right, here we go. So we were watching your background there or something, I guess. That's very cool. Very cool. Okay, I'm going to bring you in here. But I saw Beth commented, and she's here. So congratulations, Beth. I didn't even tell you what you won. Sorry about that. Let me get to that part, and we'll get this up.
Another Beth.
And our audience is going to be shocked, guys. But Hi-Ho Silver, Beth tonight wins a Washington quarter, 1962. Happens to be the year of my birth, so it's actually special to me in a different way. But congratulations, Beth.
Awesome.
I already have all of your contact info there, so I will be sending that out in the mail this week. And for our next contest, for our guests, don't let me forget to add your gift certificate in there. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
And we'll talk about that. We'll talk. Ed, we'll talk about that gift certificate because it's a pretty important story. So. Okay.
Oh, cool. Well, let's do this then. The first thing is, have we missed anything on the chat?
No. I saw someone ask how often we get out per week. I personally try and hit a park sometime on a weekday, and then on weekends I spend at old home sites permissions.
On the weekends you do what?
I spend time at like old home sites and farm permissions.
Oh, right. Yep. Gotcha. That's awesome. Thank you for that. How often are you guys able to get out when the weather allows?
Well, if it's a decent day, we're out there. Generally, John will text me or I'll text him. We have another guy that's really close to us as well. We have a really big, exciting permission. It's actually our buddy's permission to be metal detecting. It's been it's like right here, like I'm ready to go. So I'm just waiting for that text message. Let's go.
Right. That is so cool. Did you guys meet because of your proximity, or did you have a club relationship, or did John try to step on one of your permissions and oust you out or something? Or?
No,
it's more like I'm like a little puppy dog, I just follow John. No, but it's actually really funny. So I was watching FLX Detectorist on TikTok one day. Never really said much. Then he went on vacation, and it kind of like clicked in my head. I was like, FLX. I was like, are you from the Finger Lakes? And I had sent him a private message, and then lo and behold, John was actually my neighbor growing up as a kid.
Wow, how about that?
Right?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that is fantastic. What a neat story. And here you guys were neighbors at one point and still quite close to each other, even though you're connecting via this massive, internet that is really neat. And I did actually ask John. I finally got up the courage, if you will, to ask John. Said, "What is FLX? Is it Florida times 10, or what? What's the
I
thing
hear
there?"
that a lot.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. So that's really
Yeah.
neat. And then you guys ran into Beth on a permission, or did you guys connect through social media there also, or?
Through social media. I'm in
Yep.
northern West Virginia.
Say that again, Beth, please.
I'm in northern West Virginia. We met through
Oh, I
social
got you.
media.
I got you. So, right. So you guys don't get a chance necessarily to detect together too much, but
Not
but
often
you're,
enough.
yeah, but you're teaming
I
up on the
wish.
broadcast. That
No,
that
not
is
often enough.
right. That is very special. Very
But
special.
we go
I
to
wish.
different events and stuff. We've met up with each other, Beth and I
Right.
and
And,
Andrew. So,
yeah,
and
John.
we're actually meeting up next month. So,
Oh,
I
cool.
cannot wait.
Now, I thought you were saying something
yeah.
about John about Digstock. Was it you? Did any of you guys
Yeah,
go to
I
Digstock?
was at Dickstock. Yeah, I was at Dickstock the 2 weekends ago. So
Right.
it was a
Cool.
blast.
Cool. And what
So the
is
next event
the?
is in Pennsylvania, so called Come Out Swinging.
Oh, right. I've heard them just
So
talking. All kinds of cool stuff about that. So,
yeah.
when and where, and give us the lowdown there.
So that's near Boyertown, Pennsylvania, just north of Philadelphia, King of Prussia. We have a group coming down. Some of us are going to the event, and some of us aren't. We're going to try to find private permissions, but
Hmm.
we're all going to see each other, hang out with each other, and just enjoy each other's company, no matter
Cool.
what.
Cannot
So
wait.
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that
Cannot
will that
wait.
will be fun. And that area of the country, that's one of the things that I think what we're supposed to do is kind of bloom wherever we're planted, and that kind of thing, right? But I am envious at times because if I find I'm in Kansas City, right? And so our sense of history is like the Pony Express. And if I find something Civil War related or 1800s, that is really old for this area. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
very old, right? But man, you guys out on the East Coast, you've got American Revolution, but a pre-Revolutionary War, and then all the stuff to follow since then. So you've got a much better chance of finding something that's literally centuries old. But that's pretty neat. But hey, there's treasure all over the place
Yeah.
out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What Andrew? What are your favorite places to hunt?
So my favorite's farm fields. That's my favorite thing during the wintertime. Go out like what Beth said. I'm researching my butt off, trying to come up with different stuff. So when our ground does thaw enough that we can actually get out, we're out there.
Right.
But it's that the thrill of it's when you get out there, you've never stepped foot on that field before, and you slowly, as you're moving through the field, you're slowly piecing together where that house actually was. You start
Right.
finding that brick, you start finding the pottery, you start hearing all the iron in your headphones. Then it's like game on, and it's everyone slows right down.
Right. That is so cool and so true. One of the things that's happened for me, like what you said, is not only figuring out the puzzle, but my sense of history, and especially local history, is way different than it was before I started
Oh yeah.
detecting. I mean, I don't want to say I took it all for granted or whatever. It's just it wasn't even really on my radar. It just wasn't there, and it's been it's been such a cool aspect of and I do almost all private permissions homes built in the 20s and 30s. I just do that over and over and over again. So I find a lot of silver coins, that kind of thing. But once in a while, I'll find something really cool that's germane to that home or that area of town or a thing like that. And I just love that. I just think it's fantastic. I do see a question here from Randy. So let's go around the horn, starting with Beth here. It says, how long has everyone been digging, and what do you swing?
I have been detecting 3-ish years, maybe a little over that, and I swing an XP Deus too.
The Deus too, right, right.
Hmm.
Well, I've been envious of that particular machine too. I love my Legend, and I'm a Nocta guy, but when I swing for 3 or 4 hours, my shoulder and my arm feel it. They really do, and that Deus looks so light. So
It definitely
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
gives
That's
me
very
more
cool.
detecting time.
Yeah. How about you, Andrew?
I've been metal detecting now for about 3 years. And I also swing the XP Deus too.
Aha, gotcha, gotcha. So we got Deus folks in the house. Very cool, very cool. And John?
So yeah, I started about 1990, and I started out with a Tesoro Silver Saber Plus.
Mhm.
Detected for a few years until my kids started doing sports and music. Left it, and then I got back into it about 2020, I think.
Mhm.
Started watching the Hoover Boys. I bought a
Right,
Nocta
right.
Simplex, and I
Yep.
found a lot of stuff with that Simplex. And then I got the Nocta Legend when that came out, and now I swing the XP Deus with these two other
Right, right. Wow,
XP
three
Deus, Team
Deus
XP
folks.
Deus. So
Yeah.
it's so much lighter for us older
It
guys.
really is.
So
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I
yeah,
qualify.
yeah.
But John, I feel I've walked right in your footsteps. Um, I got the Simplex after that Bounty Hunter. I had that for like a month or two, and I knew I wanted to get something better. And the I have a local shop here, High Plains Prospectors, that they let me use a couple of demo machines, and I like the price point on the Simplex, and
Oh
got one of
yeah.
those. Bought another one for a backup because I just loved it. I found so much. That's how I learned to be a detectorist. I went to so many parks and just dug so much trash and all that stuff. But anyway, as soon as the Legend came out, I had to get one of those, and
It's a
man, I
great
love it.
machine.
I
It is a good
still
machine.
find so much stuff with my Legend. It just is it's fantastic. So I'm following in your footsteps, and I may pull the trigger on a Deus one of these days. But I actually want to get enough bandwidth to become a nomad, a Nocta nomad. That really is more the angle that I'm trying to head down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Bretectorist and anybody else out there who has influence with Nocta, just
I was gonna
just
say
let
I
me.
definitely wouldn't sleep on that Legend too.
Right.
Alexa, who's a part of our team, she just bought the Legend too, and John and I both had the luxury to be able to hold on to it. John actually swung it a little
Yeah.
bit, and
Yeah,
I can't believe how
yeah. I'm
ridiculously
excited
light
about
it
it.
is, and it's going to be
Yeah.
a great machine. It's going to be
Oh,
awesome.
Hmm.
that's fantastic. Thank you. Do have a question from the audience, and this has to do with that come out swinging. So I want to let you answer his question, but I also had another question regarding that about is it primarily a seeded hunt, natural hunt? What's the whole dope with come out swinging? Uh, John, he might be frozen up with me.
Uh-oh.
Andrew,
All
can you
right.
chime
Yep.
in?
So I can answer that. So it's ran by a gentleman. I can't remember what his name is off the top of my head. Um really nice guy. It all goes back for the historical society that's in Boyertown area. So what it is, it's a 2 day event. You got your first day Saturday. It's going to be your all day. It's like I want to say like 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's a natural hunt. So there's several
Mhm.
fields. Couple hundred acres worth of field to be able to go play on. And then Sunday, you have your seated hunt. So they'll have the seated hunt in the morning. Saturday they also do sponsored events, like separate events on the than the actual metal detecting event itself for the
Right.
natural dig. So they have different games like Game of Tones.
Yeah.
What were some of the other games they had, John?
Hmm. I don't know. I don't remember actually. It
It's a
was
lot of fun. We did the
yeah.
Game of Tones last year, and
Uh huh.
we did the Relic Relay. That's what it was. The
Relic
Relic
Relay. There you go.
Relay. which was a lot of fun. That was 6
It
people.
was a team.
We had a team.
Right.
And one person had to take off. You have like this small area, and they have to find a specific item. And
Right.
there's stuff in the ground that sounds just like the VDI and the sound that you're
Right.
supposed to be digging.
Right.
So it makes it challenging. And if you dug the wrong item, then it would add time onto your clock.
Yep.
Like we did horrible as far as like time wise, but it was so much fun.
Right. Right.
But come out swinging, it was a really fun event last year. It sounds like it's really taken off with people buying tickets again this year. So
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. 5 Mile and Show Me and I are on a team where, and I don't know. Remember, this is my first foray, right? But it's something about being able to recognize what it is under the ground. I'm not sure if we're supposed to dig it up or not, but it's a thing like that where everybody swings over, and as a team, you have to try to identify it before you get it out of the ground, or so. It's something along those sounds kind of like the game of tones that you were describing earlier. But I love the fun and the camaraderie. And one of the things that's happened for me, not only through the metal detecting, because I've been putting out videos for about 18 months now, but especially now that I've been doing the lives and like what you guys do with the podcast, I feel like I have this 70 or 80 or 100 new friends, but I've never met any of them, right? And then I'm really looking forward to to meeting 10 or 15 or 20 maybe it's going to be way more than that. I don't know, but I'm very much looking forward to that aspect of it. So that's
I was gonna say, I had a question for you. Have you gone to an event yet since you've started doing a show? Oh my goodness,
I have
it's
not.
a blast. So if you get a chance where you're able to meet some of the people that watch your show, or whatever, that are consistent inside your
Yeah.
lives out digging and stuff, it's like you've known each other forever. It's like
Right.
Beth. I've literally went digging with her once, and the first time I met Beth, it was like I've known her my entire life.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I really am looking forward to that. The way you describe it is great, Andrew. It feels like you're meeting an old friend for the first time, or something like that. It's just such a
Yes.
cool deal, right? Right. I love that. We've got one more question here, probably more than this, but one that I would.
Think we lost audio on Shane. Oh,
Ed.
Yeah. Oops. I read a comment as I was talking.
I got you. Yeah, he doesn't know it. You can hear us, right, Beth?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay. My phone actually overheated, and seems like it's okay now.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my phone either. It was just like I was doing it, and all of a sudden, gone, everything was gone.
It's all these guests at once.
Yeah, that actually may actually be a piece of it, but I wouldn't. I
There
wouldn't.
we go. We can hear you now, ish, maybe. Guys, got questions? Good
The
evening.
chat can't hear Ed either, right?
No,
Okay. Well, can
Andrew.
Ed hear us?
I don't know. Oh, yes, he can.
You can hear.
This is a behind the fines takeover.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Oh yeah, now you're back. Yep.
I'm going to leave it on this for a while. I'm not sure what happened to my audio, but I'll try to address that. But what I'd like for you guys is to carry the show for a minute and the question was, do you all have a favorite find, and what's the story behind it? Let me get to the right thing here. It says, do you have a favorite find, and what's the story behind it? So whoever wants to fire away first is great, and I'm going to try to see what I can do about my audio.
Beth, you want to start?
Okay. As I said, I'm in West Virginia, and mining's a pretty big way of life here. And at an old home site in the woods that I detected at, I found, okay, 100 years ago there was a mining accident north of where I am and where I was detecting at, and a hundred a hundred people passed away in it, and they had a lot of volunteers that wanted to go in and recover the people who didn't make it, but they only chose 35 people to go in, and they were awarded like a watch fob for their heroic efforts in recovering bodies. And I actually found one of those watch fobs with a name engraved on it at the home site that I'm in, that I detect at. And that probably is my most memorable find that I personally have dug, because the story behind it and the relevance to local history, that's an awesome find for me.
Test 1 2 3.
So for myself, with us being in upstate New York, typically we find a lot of colonial relics, coins, that type of stuff, which is a blast. We all love digging something that's from the start, the peak of our American history. Um, but for us, that's the stuff that we dig. We don't typically get a chance to be able to dig our Civil War era stuff. I was lucky enough that in the past, just over a year now, I've dug 2 U.S. Civil War belt buckles in upstate New York. um John was able to, on the one anyways, was able to do a find a grave and found the history on the one house site that we found, or that I found, the first Civil War belt buckle, which was really awesome. It really brings to light, that piece of history that you're holding on to. It really completes that whole story, which is the best part.
Right, right. Okay, I was messing with my mic. Can you hear me now?
Sounds great.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Crystal
Yeah,
clear.
my mic died for some reason. But anyway, so I heard two of the stories. John, did you mention yours?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So probably my most memorable is I found. I think it was a cache that was buried from an old home site. It was. I think you have a picture of it, Ed. I found 12 drape busts, a one classic, and my first Liberty cap ever. So 1796 to like I think 1810 or so, and they were all in one small area with some dandy buttons
That is so cool, man. That is awesome. Just awesome. Even a seeded coin is still on my list, but I once in a while run over swing over something very cool. And literally last week's video was a live dig on a Morgan silver dollar, 1880.
Ooh, nice.
So, but that's not my favorite one. My favorite is, I go to a lot of homes and ask for a lot of permissions. And this one particular home, an elderly gal gave me, I got to be careful what I'm saying about elderly too. She was older than I am. Let me put it that way. Right. So that she gave me permission, and I didn't realize it at the time, but she was actually living in the house where she grew up.
Oh,
So
wow.
so there was a lot of family history right on that location. And I found her mom's class ring in the backyard, 1941, St. Teresa's Academy. She was just floored. But anyway, so I love those. I love it when it has a personal tie, or a deep seated meaning to whoever the permission owner is. But I'm not sure if it's the three or four of us at once, but we've had more technical issues on our live tonight than I remember ever having. So Usually it's all operator error on my part. So I'm not saying that's not the case tonight either, but okay, we do actually have a couple of other administrative things to go through on giveaways. So let me queue up the next one. Our next giveaway has to do with our Monday Digs lineup. And what it is everyone who is watching the Monday Digs videos tonight, if you put in the comments, not in the chat, in the comments, the words Monday Digs, you'll be eligible for a prize. And since there's 7 videos, you can do 7 different entries, and you can't put 10 entries in one video, that kind of thing. But it really does help show traction for the videos. Last week we only had 5 videos, but we had these 100 and some odd entrants into the mix there. Again, you got to be present to win, but we've got a very cool looking wheel here. I'm going to add you guys into that. A very cool looking wheel here, and with so many names on it, it looks a little bit more like an Egyptian sundial or a Mayan calendar or something than it does an actual wheel. But let's get that in there. And of course, shocker of all shockers, Hi-Ho Silver, tonight's winner has to be present to win, and you're going to win some silver. You've got a 1941 Mercury dime and a 1960 Roosevelt dime. So that's up for grabs tonight, and you got to be present to win. So we're going to spin the wheel and see who our lucky winner is tonight.
Good luck.
Good luck, good luck, good luck. We've got Beth from B&S Odyssey won the first one. And who is going to look at this?
Wow.
Beth from B&S Odyssey is a winner again. Beth,
Lucky.
you've got 1 minute, and I know don't feel like you're hogging all the prizes because that's
awesome.
It's just your lucky night. So you have 1 minute to respond, and if you're still in the house, go for it. And if you're not, then we'll draw again. But wow, B&S Odyssey, Beth and Treasure Hunter Neil are scoring tonight. I don't see her just yet, so but I do have the timer on, so we'll be there we go.
Oh, I see her. There she is.
Way to go, Beth. Way to go, girl.
Congratulations, Beth.
Yeah, so happy for you.
That's
Way
awesome.
to go. Way to go. All right, we'll transition that one over. And we've got we're coming up on just about a half an hour in the left in the show. And I don't know if it works this way for you guys, but man, this hour and a half flies by. I mean, it just
It sure does.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, thanks. Now I skipped way down on the chat for to figure out to make sure that somebody was going to chime in on the giveaway there. So did I miss any questions on the chat?
I haven't seen any.
If not, okay, no worries.
I did see one earlier about pinpointers.
Oh yeah, thank you. Fire away.
I love my Garrett Carrot. I swear by that thing. I just recently got a MI6. So I've been using that along with my Garrett Carrot just to try to see what the differences are. I do like that the MI6 is rechargeable, which is really nice.
It's a big aspect for sure. Beth, what pinpointer do you have?
I also use a Garrett Carrot.
Right. It finds it finds a lot of stuff.
It does. I'm looking forward to if they come up with a rechargeable one.
Come up with a what?
I hope that in the future they come out with a rechargeable one.
Oh, right. John, which one do you like?
Oh, so I had the Garrett Carrot and it started failing at Digstock, so I switched over recently. Well, at Digstock, I switched over to to the XP M6, so M16, and I'm actually liking that now. So I'm probably
Yeah.
just gonna go with that now. I think so.
I really cut my teeth on that Garrett Carrot and really found a lot of stuff with it. And then, but I was a little bit fussed with the batteries, where you know had to. It felt like I was having to change them a lot. There was a couple of other aspects to it also. I loved the part of it where you could zero in on a target, like you were close and you hit the button and get a little bit closer and get a little bit closer. But the guys at High Plains encouraged me to try the AccuPoint. Their big selling thing was because it'll pair with your headset. Okay, well that's great. It'll pair with your headset, and that's neat. Well, I tried that function and I actually didn't like it very much. I don't use it that way, and I didn't like that. But I love so much more of the stuff about the AccuPoint. The first one is the battery. Man, I literally will charge it once or twice a year. I mean, it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. It just, I'm just amazed with it actually. But so there's that one. The another thing that I really like about it is the ferrous non-ferrous tone.
Yeah.
It helps me
I
when
want to
I'm
try that
really
out.
dig, yeah, it helps me when I'm digging in the really, multiple targets in one hole and there's a lot of iron and I know, and I'm not interested in the iron and, that kind of thing. It's not 100% perfect, but it's a big improvement. And the reality is I dig a lot of holes. And so it saves me time eventually over, 100 holes. It saves me time. There's one other aspect of it too that I like that I didn't understand I was going to like, and that is the Garrett Carrot. Um, it really will find a lot of stuff, but the AccuPoint is more geared to finding things at the nose of it or at the so so I'm not hunting for things that might be in the sidewall or that kind of stuff. Sometimes with
Oh,
that
really?
Garrett,
Okay.
I would think I would be right on it, but it was actually registering on the side of the pinpointer
Oh, yeah,
rather than on
for
the
sure.
point of the pinpointer. So anyway, that was but I also do a little bit of the underwater, especially salt water. For whatever reason, the Garrett Carrot really works better, at least for the way I do it. It's just more reliable. It's hard for a pinpointer when you have all that mineralization, all that salt around for it to be really accurate. And there's a possibility that I may not be zeroing it out correctly or something like that. But the Garrett really seems to work well in the water. I mean, it just really does. So anyway, great question. Thank you very much. Oh, here we got Mark Ruby in the house. Thank you for being here, Mark. I saw somebody come up with a celebration thing here too. So, Ohio River history. Thank you. Shane is responsible for my my appearance here. I was going through different, as we do, watching different metal detecting videos and that kind of thing. And I had been posting videos, wondering if I was getting the right amount of traction, or if am I even doing this right, or that kind of thing. And I ran across a live with he and Ohio River History and Metal Detecting Mermaid, and I thought, man, this these guys look like a lot of fun. And I just kind of asked what Monday Digs was about and all that stuff, and got in the queue for that, and then started doing lives later on. So Shane, I'm not sure whether to thank you or blame you, but you're awesome, man. I really, really, really appreciate you. I love you, and you do a lot of stuff behind the scenes and don't get a lot of credit for it. So thank you very
Oh, I
much.
agree, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
he's spot on. Okay.
Hey, Ed,
And
I have a question for you.
huh?
For our giveaway behind the fines, do you have a way to get everybody in chat, like they do a hashtag or something, and then you
I
spin a
know
wheel?
that
Or,
there's yeah.
I was just curious.
The easy answer is no, and I know
Okay.
that there's a way for me to do it technologically. The couple that I've tried to do on the comment pickers, it felt like they were looking for the comments, not the chat. So I just need to get better at what I'm doing
Okay.
in order to bring up the chat. And then be able to do like a hashtag this or something like that, and let all the people that are here do it. But for yours, and of course I forgot your giveaway again on the second one. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
On the last one, we'll do that, and let's just add it on if we could to whoever wins it. And if we don't want to do it it won't be Beth because she's not a member. But if you don't want to do it that way, we could just draw a couple of times, and that would be perfectly fine also.
Okay.
Speaking of that, though, we're at just a little less than a half hour. So let me do my last shameless promotional thing here, and then we'll round out the night with chat and questions from the audience. But as you guys know, there are different ways to garner revenue through social media, and one of them for YouTube is with memberships. And so I encourage membership and started 3 months ago on a membership drive. And so I'm going to highlight all of these folks here. And I'm sorry if I didn't get you all positioned correctly there. These are our Hi-Ho heroes. We have 11 of them. Some of them have YouTube channels, some of them do not. But thank you very much, guys, for not only supporting the channel, but actually putting that into place with your pocketbook. That really means a great deal. And so what I've done is, in order to encourage membership or to drive towards that, we have a members only giveaway each Monday. And it's just taking me just a second here to get everybody in the screen. And so there's 52 different prizes, and all of them, except for the gift certificates, are something that I have dug out of the ground. So so if you'll take a look here, and you'll see that there are 3 different gold rings. There is a platinum ring. There's a bunch of different gift certificates, all kinds of silver. The ones that are highlighted in green are ones that have already been given away to Hi-Ho Hero members just since the start of the year. We started this in January. So there's a lot of cool stuff to win on that list. And I just want to thank everybody for being a Hi-Ho Hero member. And it's not too late tonight. You can sign up tonight. Now, you can't win tonight, but without just flat out asking for money, just know that whether it's a super chat or a membership, it goes a long, long ways towards helping content creators actually put out content. Because the shipping is not free, the machines are not free, our time is valuable. Maybe you can get away with all free on the editing software or that kind of thing, but the reality is we come up with all of it out of our own pocket. Now, it's a labor of love for sure, but it's also a reality that it does come up out of our own pocket here. So thank you guys for being Hi-Ho Hero members. You're awesome. You're awesome. Awesome. What I'm going to do now is set up the scene to be able to do the drawing. And then, and we're going to, oops, keep that right there. And we're going to
I have an idea.
Yeah.
For Behind the Fines, maybe because I would like to reward somebody in chat here that are here tonight. Maybe we could do like, you can write down a state, and then they guess the state, and the first one that guesses it is the winner.
Break out a state. So literally just say
No.
one of the states of the
Yeah,
union.
you just write down one of the states, and then whoever guesses it first, once you say go,
hey, I like
is the
that.
winner.
I like that very much.
Cool.
Okay, guys, I am writing the state down right now, and whoever gets it first will be the winner of the Behind the Fines gift certificate. And thank you, guys. That's very generous of you guys to give that out. I really appreciate that. So
can I talk about Behind the Fines, our merchandise?
Yeah, please do that. The floor is yours. Please do that.
Okay, so it's really important to us because Behind the Fines, our merchandise is actually in support of Cliff Condra. We had Cliff Strong. I'm not sure if a lot of people are familiar with that, but he was diagnosed with brain cancer was that about a year and a half ago now, guys?
Yep.
Right. So we did a Cliff Strong campaign. So behind the fines, once we did our logo here, which Bree and Alexa, and I think there was other people that were involved with this logo. All the money that is raised from the purchase of this merchandise is going directly to Cliff for some medical expenses. So
That is awesome.
So we
That
love
is
Cliff,
so awesome,
right?
guys.
So
Yes, we do.
Oh, we've got our first winner. We've got our first winner. Thank you, John. That's a very clever prize. With your permission, I may use that again. Okay, so thank you.
oh hell yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much. But Bart Cubbins, you're the one. We were talking about your thing in Pennsylvania coming up in a week or two. So Pennsylvania was the right answer.
There you
know, just so everybody knows, I'm not fudging anything. It says Pennsylvania right up there somewhere, right there.
Congratulations.
That's what I wrote in. So
Congratulations, Bart.
Yep. Yeah, Bart, man, he's a winning guy for sure. Oh, good. So thank you for doing it that way. That is that's very special. And Bart, since I wasn't able to put up the you can probably contact them at the Behind the Fines podcast. But if you email me, I'll make sure the two of you guys get together. No problem.
There you go. That's perfect. That's
okay.
Perfect, Ed.
All right. Thank you, Bart. Thank you. And thank you, everybody who chimed. Here we go. We have a bunch of smart Alex, right? So one of them was State of Confusion. One of them was Canada.
I saw that.
Yeah. Right. And somebody was saying Beth can't win again. So all right.
There you go, Relic
that's fun. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you doing that. Okay. So I am going to try to give away something to our Hi Ho Hero members. And I love the backstory behind your stuff. That is so cool, guys. Really, really cool.
Yeah, it's important to us.
Yeah, that is what a cool thing. Group of people that I just stumbled into, not only from Monday Digs and all that stuff, but the entire metal detecting community. It's just full of kind people, fun.
It really is.
And it's not like there isn't a bad seed in every bunch of folks that you're going to get, but by and large, they're just salt of the earth, kind, loving folks, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. Just thrilled.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So we are going to spin for our Hi Ho Heroes, and you guys saw what the list of prizes there were. We have 11 names now to choose from, which is the most we've ever had. And so we're going to see who is tonight's Hi Ho Hero contestant.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And you do have to be present to win. And I see Brian Ollier. Brian, you've got 1 minute to chime in. And he was actually last week's winner too, so that's very cool. I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute. And Brian, if you're here,
Ed, is your rule like to win on this broadcast? Your name has to start with a B or what?
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Let's see here.
There's go. Brian. He's here.
Brian's here. Okay, fantastic.
Congrats, Brian.
All right, guys.
Congratulations.
Here we go. Oh, I gotta bring you in the scene here. We're gonna roll for this. Sorry, you guys are gonna be tiny this time. Come here. 1, 2, 3. And Andy, we're gonna get you in here, buddy. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's our wheel, and we are going to see what Brian wins tonight. Now, this actually literally could be platinum. There's several pieces of gold, platinum, pieces of silver, and some gift certificates on there. So
I can't see any of it. There we go. Yeah. A gift card. Nice.
Brian, you won the gift card last week, and so this is number 23 gift card. All right. Okay.
He keeps winning. He can buy a metal detector.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. He's down in one of our southern states, and so he's not fighting the snow. But you guys know, somebody else mentioned, I think it was Andrew, mentioned how somebody will show up every week, or you'll get to know them and they become a friend or that kind of thing. There are at least a dozen that just show up every single comment on every single video, that kind of thing. And Brian is one of those guys. He's just generous. He is one of the very first ones to become a member, and he's just there in support practically every time. So love that. Feel very flattered to have those kinds of folks, those kinds of folks represented. Okay. Yeah, here we go. 5 Mile. He said, I think he was one of the very first ones to not only sign up, but to win a prize. He won the Hi-Ho Cycle Prize, and literally his name has not come up again yet. So, yeah.
I do want to mention for tomorrow night, our show, we have a very super special guest. It's Shane, the blind treasure hunter. I actually detected with Shane a few years ago, and he is a crazy,
that is so cool, man.
Crazy talented, a super nice guy.
Yeah.
So I encourage everybody that comes on TikTok tomorrow to come over and watch, because it's going to be.
That is John.
He's an inspiration,
right, John?
He really is.
Can you elaborate a little bit? I'm trying to understand, kind of what his process is, or that kind of thing, because it sounds fascinating.
So when detecting, he uses a golf tee to, when he gets on a signal, he kneels down. He's always got a golf tee in his chest pocket. And he takes that golf tee and puts it right in the center of his coil, lifts it up, digs the plug. And when I detected with him for like half a day, I think it was one day, I never saw him miss. He never missed the target. I dug a Jefferson nickel. It was like 1982 P or something. And I gave it to him, and he goes, "This is Jefferson nickel." And then he also, with his fingers, knew it was a P mint mark. He's very in tune with his fingers. And I dug a silver spoon that day, and he wanted to hold it, touch it. He just learns by feel what things are. So I don't want to give too much more away, because
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not trying to steal the thunder. It's just such a
no
story,
worries.
And unique from anything that I've run across. So what a cool deal that is.
And great sense of humor. He's just a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
So. I think we'll learn a lot about ourselves by talking to Shane tomorrow.
Right. One of the things that you guys were talking about, how you made the logo and what your earnings go to and that kind of thing, which is fantastic. The thing that you just mentioned about the detectorist was such a, what we would call, just such a blatant handicap, or a thing like that. I love the human spirit, or the ability to just kind of overcome, kind of almost no matter what your circumstances are, the ability to feel a coin and know what the mint mark was, or those kinds of things. That I see people, whether they're an amputee or something, they're feeding themselves with their foot or something. What we can do as humans, if our ingenuity and energy and effort, it never ceases to amaze me. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even feel guilty about it. I've been blessed with all 10 fingers and all 10 toes and couple of brain cells, and I just take it all for granted. So it's
I was about to say the same thing.
For sure.
And then next Sunday, so sometimes on weekends we do special guests with the UK people because of the time difference. So next Sunday at 2:00, we have a guy, UK hammered guy. I've never seen so many hammered coins, including a gold Roman that his brother's going to be showing.
Oh wow!
So that'll be next Sunday at 2:00 Eastern.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
we had a request for this banner again, so I hope that's what Bart. I hope that's what you were looking for there. Yeah. So I love that you guys have folks from UK on and that kind of thing. Twice now in the last 6 months, I've had from South America detectorists on. The first one was Talca detector from Chile. And it was so neat because he actually had a translator, and it was the three of us talking back and forth, and they answered the questions and that kind of thing. And then literally last week was Detección Pura Vida, who's out of Costa Rica, and was all about his different finds and the different kinds of things that he does. So not only do we have a lot of cool, neat history here in the United States, but we're not the epicenter of the universe, right? And
not even close.
There's a lot of cool stuff going on in other areas of the world, including cool detecting stuff. So that's fantastic. Have any of you guys on the show tonight, have you done any metal detecting in a foreign country or taken that, an England trip or anything along those lines?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah. One of the very first things that I did, once I knew I wanted to do videos, and I knew that I was going to do some of the ones that fascinated me the most were the underwater ones. So I went ahead and bought the Nemo and did the training and learned how to do that, and then did literally a trip, and I'm not supposed to say the name of the island, but it was a dedicated treasure hunting trip. The only people there were treasure hunters or their spouses, and I was able to literally go along the sea floor and find gold and get it on video. And that was
cool.
It was a very steep learning curve because just finding things in the water is hard enough. But then trying to breathe underwater and actually do the detecting is another challenge. You swim around and all that. And then try to film it all and make it have any sort of sense or anything like that. And it was quite a challenge, but that wasn't a foreign country. And one of these days I will do a different kind of a land hunting trip. There's a lot of them to England and that kind of thing. But I was mentioning before about the sense of history here being the Pony Express, and then you guys have several hundred more years of history under your feet. Boy, you go across the Atlantic, and now that is that pales in comparison to what they're doing. So anyway, it's a fascinating deal for sure. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that so much. How are we doing on our chat there?
Hey, I just wanted to mention once more with Behind the Finds, our merch, but also Cliff Strong merch. It's all on Bonfire. So you go to Bonfire and you can just type in either Cliff Strong or Behind the Finds, and you'll find all kinds of different things: baseball caps, shirts, coffee mugs,
so cool,
towel, plug rugs. So
yeah. For as if you're at liberty, for those people who don't know the story, can you give us the thumbnail version of that foundation or that the reason for that particular funnel?
Sure. Who wants to who wants to talk? I talk to a lot. Go ahead, Andrew or Beth. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead,
Cliff is reaching history on YouTube and TikTok. So he was about a year and a half ago was diagnosed with a tumor in his brain cancer. We started a Bonfire, like a merch store for him, essentially for Cliff Strong, and also so the Behind the Finds portion on Bonfire as well. Any of the proceeds that or any profit from the buying a shirt, a hat, a mug, whatever you purchase, will go directly towards Cliff for his medical expenses.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. So, yep, goes to a very good cause. That is is so cool. Okay, we have a couple of folks chiming in here, and it would be if you could write in the chat, that'd be great. But it says, just want to sub everyone if they have a channel, don't know about it yet. So feel free to drop your, if you can, drop your channel name besides just beyond the fines or behind the fines, excuse me. And so the folks want to help you get that sub count up. Miss Julie, thank you for being here. That is
I appreciate
so cool.
that.
Yeah,
yes, thank you.
We're glad to do it, and you guys feel free, just throw it in there. I want to say hi to folks that I haven't even paid attention to tonight because we've had so much interesting stuff to talk about, and I been neglecting our folks in the chat here. One more time, what I'd like to do is briefly go over the lineup for Monday Digs tonight, and I want to make sure all of us are in there. I think we are. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're all
There's
in.
a question: have we found a gold coin? No, none of us have found a gold coin yet.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think Beth is going to be the first one now.
Yes, she
Ooh.
I
is.
don't know about that.
I like your way of thinking. I like your way of thinking there. Okay. But yeah, that would be very amazing. So what's going to happen tonight is after this, as a matter of fact, we have the automatic redirect. So if you hang right onto this channel, it will automatically redirect you over to the first of the 7 Monday Digs videos for tonight. The first one comes on at 7:29 Eastern, 6:29 Central. That's Hi-Ho Silver, and tonight is a quarter life crisis. So I wonder what we're going to find there. The next following that is B Higgles. His video is Touchdown. He's got a hammered time capsule that just keeps giving up the fines. So we're looking forward to that. We Dig It from St. Croix, and Gene corrected me that another one of my foreign broadcasts was from St. Croix because he was on as a guest too. So that's fantastic. And I guess had Metal Detecting Mermaid on too. That would be Puerto Vallarta. So I wasn't thinking very well on the fly there. But so that's We Dig It, and from St. Croix at 8:00. Then Metal Detecting Mermaid in her normal slot at 8:15. Following that is Florida Thunder Digging with Rob. And I'm not sure what video he has tonight, but he's finally in that place where he's getting out and swinging again. So, and if you guys haven't checked out much of Florida Thunder Digging with Rob, he's got such fun channels that he does the lives and the giveaways and other stuff. That he's a super nice guy. And following that at 8:45 is Dropped and Forgotten, and he's got his first video with the Legend 2. So I'll be very interested in checking that out. And then we'll wrap up the night with Ohio River history, and he has one where he thinks he stumbled onto a crime scene. So that should be quite an interesting lineup. And for those of you who haven't done it, and I know it sounds like I repeat myself over and over again, those 7 videos, that represents a lot of human hours, a lot of loving intention focused in one direction, and trying to bring you entertaining content, showing you the things that we love to do, and that kind of stuff. So it does represent a significant effort. So I'm glad you guys are here to uh, to to see it, and I sure hope you appreciate it because it is certainly a labor of love, but it is a labor. Okay.
Is there some pressure to get on that train there when you're? I mean, you got to do it every Monday, right? So you got to have content.
Literally every Monday. And
Yeah.
the Shane was actually asking a couple of weeks ago for folks who might want to do that. Well, we've had as few as 5, and I think as many as 8. But if you guys know what it's like, if you're trying to make a 15 or 20-minute video every week, that's a substantial amount of stuff.
That's a lot.
And then that doesn't help when the weather doesn't allow you to get out and other things like that too. So anyway, boy, I am woefully behind on the chat there. So I'm counting on you guys to help me out if I've missed anything at all.
Oh yeah,
thank you everybody for putting the links up there. I appreciate that. I can see them.
Yeah, thanks,
awesome.
guys.
Our team is in the chat right now, putting up our YouTubes and answering questions on our end. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Alexa.
And I'll sub back to everybody that I see sub. So for sure.
That's so cool. And so
we'll get a sub train.
You said your team, right? And I remember I'm going to say Lex, right? That's she's on your team, Lex?
Alexa.
Yep.
Alexa.
Right? And then you said Bree, is that right?
Yep. Yeah, Metal Protectors is on our team. Yep.
Awesome.
Robin and Rob.
So tell us the rest of your team.
Yeah. So Robin, she's on TikTok. She's one of our super mods. She helps with all of our controlling of the boxes and all that. Rob New York, he does that. He loves buttons. I just want to put that out there. Rob New York
Loves
loves
them.
buttons, right?
Loves them.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
If he's a button collector, I would love for him to email me because I literally have a jar. It's like a pickle jar, and it's about 3/4 full, and it's just old buttons.
I'll get you his address, and
Okay,
He'll
all
everybody
right,
can
love
mail
them.
buttons to Rob.
all right,
Yes.
all right. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay. Are we missing anything else on the chat? Okay, guys, we have about 4 minutes, 4 minutes before we do the auto redirect, and I'm going to play a little video at the 6:28 mark, so nobody misses any of it. Right. So that gives us 3 minutes now to kind of wrap things up. And really, I've been flapping my gums for a lot. Okay, so just know that I'm extremely, extremely grateful to have you guys. And any sort of parting thoughts, any sort of anything that you want our audience to know, now's your turn. And I gave you a whole 3 minutes, right?
My first piece of advice: don't stop swinging, and always trust your metal detector. If you hear something in there, dig it. Trust your ears.
Awesome. Awesome. I
I don't
love
have
it.
any
I love it.
advice. I don't have any advice, but we hope to see some of you guys checking out our show over on
Uh-huh.
TikTok if you're on that platform. And also, if you are over there and you'd love to be a guest, we'd love to have you.
Yeah,
That is so
definitely.
cool. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. John, what else we got?
I don't have advice. Well, I guess I have advice. Embrace your family, embrace your friends. They're the true treasures, really. We all want to find silver and gold, but really,
Right.
the friendships I've made through this community has been just, yeah, I can't even. It's hard to put in words. Like it's just,
They're better
you know,
than the treasure.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
that's so true. That is
Hmm.
awesome. That is just awesome. It's been a great show tonight. Boy, the time has just flown by. I don't know why I continue to be surprised at how fast that goes, but I think I got to prepare this and prepare that, and the truth is, if we just get on here and decide we're going to have fun and tell the truth and tell on each other and all that stuff, it just flies right by anyway. So that's just fantastic. But thank you, John. First of all, thank you for agreeing to be here, and then thanks for surprising me with this host of other great guests and your whole team. That is awesome. So, guys, if you haven't subbed to their channels or the Behind the Fines podcast, please do that. Go sub, go love them up. The Bretectorist. I don't know if Lex or anybody else has an actual channel or not, but please put those in the chat. And when you scroll back through that chat after the live shows, then make sure you sub those folks too. Love them up real good. All right, guys. Peace. Happy hunting from Kansas City. And I am going to leave us with a little video that shows the cool things that can happen if you become a Hi-Ho Hero member. And we will immediately transition over to the first of those videos at 6:29. Peace out. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody. Thanks for joining.
Okay, guys, they can't hear you on the screen now. Oh, they can hear me though. Okay, they can't hear you on the screen now. Thank you, guys. Man, what a joy. That is awesome. Appreciate you taking the time to do it. And I won't be able to get up there to that Pennsylvania event, but I suspect I'm going to have a blast at Show Me. And I'm just very fortunate to be in a position where I'm probably going to want to do events all around the country at some point. So I really hope to get a chance to meet you guys face to face. You have my contact information. If there's any way that I can ever be of service to any of you, just fire away. I'll do my very best. Okay. All right. Good night, guys. Yeah. Good night, guys. Thank you.